Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the dungeon. As you can see, we are continuing with the Mega Man Pain Box, but we're not quite ready to go on to Mega Man 7 yet, because how I came on Game Gear left. So, we're going to go after that today. And like the Game Boy titles, it's sort of like an amalgam kind of deal where it's elements of two games. In this case, it's Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5 on the NES, smashed together to make a Mega Man game. If I remember right, as we were seeing, that cutscene is originally from Mega Man 4, but this music you're hearing is actually from Mega Man 5. And then I think there's like one robot from Mega Man 4 and then 3 from 5, and I can't remember how that goes after the 4 Robot Masters, but I do remember one important distinction about this title, in that game over is game over. You're not continuing. If you get game over, that's it. You're done. Back to the start. So take down your passwords, folks. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, he's from 4, and then these other 3 are from 5. You know, putting these right against the Game Boy, it's kind of hard to not immediately favor this one. It just looks better, but, you know. Can't really help it. One was a monochromatic display, the other was not. It was kind of built for the advantage. I mean, also, like, to have a look at that Mega Man sprite. It's even fine than it is on the NES version. There's more shading, more detail, more values of blue. The big problem with this version is that, like Super Mario Deluxe on the Game Boy Color, it suffers pretty bad from screen crunch. Unlike the Game Boy games, whose stages, while, you know, tributes to NES levels, these are largely recreations of the NES levels, but zoomed in. So often, you gotta be taking leaps of faith unless you know the stage, and even then, it's a tricky affair. Another very small difference, exclusive to this game. You wouldn't think it would make a big change, but you notice how. No matter how hard you press, or fast, you can only ever get 2 shots in on the screen at the same time, when normally you can get 3. That changes your damage output. You wouldn't think such a small thing would make a big difference, but it does. I don't like those pop-ups. What's that? Reconnection. Is my what the fuck is wrong with my connection? Still at yellow. Why is it going to red? Bitch, nothing else is open. What else is sucking my internet up? You be good. You be good. Well, at least I can force them to despawn a bit easier. Oh, is that no longer streaming there? Oh my god. Hold on. I just have to check something real quick. Oh boy, it's not live. Nope. Maybe it is. Oh boy. Okay. It is. Yeah, I'm gonna be ordering me a cable after this stream, I think. Who would have figured that one of my greatest enemies in a game made more hard on purpose would be my connection? So zoomed in, like his attack can't even reach me. It just despawns before it reaches me. I mean, that's not bad. It means I get hit a lot less. Oh, yeah, I probably could have saw him coming, too. You are so much faster than you are originally. Way more aggressive, too. Oh, so you get the bullshit from 5, where it's like, you know what, if you get hit, you lose your Mega Buster charge. That's the biggest bullshit. It's okay, we're figuring him out. We're coming back. So it seems he doesn't like it when I jump. Okay, that was a bit tough starting out, but we figured it out. Yep. Just give me one quick second, everybody. And we're back. Sorry about that. I just had to check another connection issue. I swear I'm going to get this ironed out as quickly as possible. Off. I believe... I mean, I sure hope so, because I don't have Rain Flush for you this time. Apologies to the viewers for all the issues the stream is having. I am not a fan of having to make these jumps on such a screen-crunched zone. Can't kill those nearly as fast without being... Barrow shot for them. Should have taken him instead of Starman. Get 2 Mega Man 4s in with the 5s. At least these are a bit slower. That is much more manageable, he says, totally botching that jump. But at least we still got Rush Coil. Yup. Yeah, we sure do have rush coil. If only we could use it correctly. Now, we gotta hang on to that shit, since extra lives are so much more important. See, that shit's what I mean about Leap of Faith. I had no idea how that works, and that just cost me the extra life. This stage might not be too bad to revisit harvesting. Where the hell did my Mega Buster shot go at that time? I don't believe I was hurt. Maybe the graphic just didn't show for whatever reason. Too much loaded in. No, I really would rather keep the lights on for this. Nope, you ain't tricking me with my itchy trigger finger. Can you don't? Alright. Wow, already at him. These stages have a different sense of pacing compared to the Game Boy stages that were giving me such a hard time. Right. I was supposed to be trying Star Crash on you. That sure seems to be your weakness. Unbelievable. Oh, now I don't have his weakness, and he's stupid fast. Shit, did I just game over myself this early? Well, maybe not. Unbelievable. I had that. That was bullshit. Not a real good opportunity to charge. So I super appreciate them adopting that, you know, take a hit and lose your charge. I can't fucking believe this. I got him and I'm on like my 0th life. So I gotta do something about that situation or it's game over immediately. Did you disconnect again? Oh, this is getting on my nerves, chat. It's probably getting on yours too. I'm again real sorry about that. Okay, you're still saying you're live. Okay, you still seem to be okay. Well, the YouTube end is. I can't speak to the Twitch one. That's probably all hacked up. So, big apologies to my Twitch users. Morning, morning, Brad. Good to see you. Alright, we're going to replay this stage a couple times so I can get me some fucking lives. Now, if this plays by normal Mega Man rules, I won't need to refight him when I reach the end of the stage, so that life vacuum that just took all my extra lives won't be there. Yep, we're good over here. Okay, good to hear it. For some reason, the connection goblins that left me alone most of last week have decided to haunt me again. Ooh, Mega Man 8. No, it's not. This is Mega Man for the Game Gear. And it's the only one for that platform, so it's just called Mega Man. It, like the Game Boy games we were playing last week, is kind of a combination of games from the NES. So we have, like right now, I'm in a stage from Mega Man 4, and there's the other Robot Masters are from Mega Man 5. But I get 8, because this Mega Man is more detailed than the Mega Man that you'd be used to seeing on the NES. More shines, more just everything, really. Hell yes! Oh wait, did I just walk over that? Fucking loved my Game Gear. So did I. So did I. That was the handheld I grew up with. Can't count the hours I lost to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and the Mortal Kombat games on that system. I think I just bypassed a free life and an extra life. But I still got one. So, oh wait, nope. There's what I'm thinking of. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Other absolute fucking time sink on the Game Gear is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Either game. One's based off the series, another's based off the movie, and they're both just so good. What do you mean those don't respawn? That is some first-rate bullshit. Me too. Sonic 2 fucking killed me. Oh my god. See, the thing that got me was there was always one that gave me the biggest amount of trouble, and it was in the damn Sky Zone with those stupid gliders. I remember when my older cousin finally got to the glider level, I thought it was the coolest thing of all time. Yeah, it was super cool. My problem was I couldn't figure out how to control it. I struggled with it just like Mario's Cape. So for a while, Chaos Emerald was like the big stopping point of why I could never see the final stage, because you had to get all of them. The first Eggman boss with those balls fall down and you have to avoid that pincer thing. Hardest boss in the whole game. Yeah, it's a real steep difficulty curve, and you're right, that is the hardest. Every other boss is just fine, even the final Robotnik comparatively. This is fantastic. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just gonna try this thing from scratch one more time. Because, yeah, there's no continue. No continue in this version. You're seeing it here in action. Alright, so, starting again. I'm gonna start with... That first boss actually isn't that bad if you're playing the Master System version, but, from Screen Crunch. But, you know, who had a Master System back in the day, apart from all of Europe? No, the Game Gear. That was where it was at. And, you know, because of that, it was the Game Gear Sonic games that I bonded to more than the traditional 16-bit trilogy. Sonic Chaos is one of my favorite games of all time. That was even a system I didn't mind, like sports games. I remember the Majors Pro Baseball was one of my pack-ins. And I played that just as much as I played Sonic. The ability to create custom teams, run entire pennants. Woo! Oh, that was almost just awful. Screen crunch is also a big problem with this game. So as I was saying earlier, unlike the Game Boy games that we've been playing last week, these levels were not made for the Game Gear's handheld. These were just the NES levels thrown on here without, you know, any real consideration for how zoom-in affects platforming. You're subject to a lot of leaps of faith. And also, like, look what's happening here. Again, like, his attack is so zoomed in, it just despawns before it can even get to me. It's funny you say that. I was the exact same way. I played the Game Gear Sonics more than the OGs, and those are the ones I grew up with. Sonic Chaos is my jam. Knuckles! Knuckles actually isn't in Sonic Chaos, but that is the first time on Game Gear that you can choose to play as Tails. I don't no, I think he's playable in Triple Trouble? I might be wrong about that. In fact, the more I think about it, I think I am. I'll have to double check on that. Because I remember there was Sonic and Tails, and then there was this, this Australian dude. And I can't remember if he was an antagonist or, you know, part of the team. I mean, the simple answer to put that to rest is I should just play Sonic Chaos for the stream. Or the rest of the Game Gear games. Or both. I'm nearly positive Knuckles is in Triple Trouble, but I can't remember if he's playable there or not, is the thing. Because, like I said, there's that Australian animal friend, and I can't remember his role. It's been a hot minute since I played that one. Whoa, that was almost disastrous. I'm trying to think of other games on my Game Gear that I lost countless hours to. Star Trek is a big one, the Next Generation. That was just too damn fun for me. You can play as Knuckles, but only after beating the game with Sonic or Tails and collecting all 6 emeralds. Really? Huh. Well, now I have to play it. According to Google. Well, I don't trust Google. I do trust how much I've played that game. But, you know, that it might still be true. I could be learning something new today. I'll just have to put it to the playtest. See, now this bullshit is what I'm talking about for leaps of faith. Oh my god. This is such bullshit. And then you just lose the extra life you came down there to get. Whatever. We'll hope we'll do better against Brightman when I actually get to him. Well, that was the case where my Buster Shot just wasn't appearing. Weird. Must be a sprite overload thing. Oh, I think it was Sonic Blast I was thinking of when I remember playing as Knuckles. That sounds like it makes a lot more sense. Fuck. I guess I'll take that life up. No sense leaving it behind. Although Google does claim you can play him in Chaos after beating it with Sonic or Tails and collecting all 6 emeralds. Well then. Like I really needed an excuse to play Sonic Chaos again, but I have to know if that's true. I have to actually hit the jump button. Are we... One life. This is godless. Chaos, I can still remember how to get most of the emeralds off the top of my head. There is... I think if there's any in Sonic 2 that still give me trouble. No, that might actually not be that outlandish. Well, I guess then I need to play more Game Gear games on the stream. Oh no. I was trying to avoid that spark, and I got exactly the consequence of not avoiding that spark. I don't think there was any way out of that. There's some stages in Chaos to getting the emeralds. That mother... fucker! Came over again. Oh, good lord. Alright. Alright, alright. Starman, you're going down for the third fucking time. I also really enjoyed the Ninja Gaiden game on the Sega Game Gear. I remember finding that in a flea market and going, oh, no way! And then expecting an NES port and then getting a wholly different game. Which was like, oh, no way! And then later, when I was checking out the back catalog of the Master System, I would see Ninja Gaiden and assume that it's the same case as the Sonic games we were just talking about, in that they would be the same game. And once again, they're not. The Ninja Gaiden Master System game is entirely different than Ninja Gaiden on the Game Gear. Really? That quickly? No. No, you know what? No. I can't tolerate deaths in the first stage in a game that does perma game over. That is just... That ain't right. That ain't right. How many fucking lives did I get? Yeah. Game over. I also have a lot of fond memories of X-Men Game Master's Legacy. I don't think I played the preceding game, Arcade's Revenge. Or maybe that's what it's called. Oh boy, I'll have to check on that. Might also just be called X-Men. I'm told that one is similar to Game Master's Legacy, so maybe I should check it out at some point. If I got any enjoyment out of that, it is. Because a lot of people do not care for that game, and I understand why. That might have been a case of, you know, this is the game I have this month, so this is what we're fucking playing. I don't even think I've gone back to it in a long while, so that might actually be the case. Wow. Ugh. No, it's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. But let's practice that jump, since apparently I'm bad at it. Can't make that shit up. There. Why was that so hard? Let's get the rest of the lives gone and try again. Sega. Right. 50th time is the charm. I really got to figure out how to set up that death counter. I think it'd be comical for games like this. Huh? This, Ninja Gaiden, Elden Ring. You know, games where the game over screen is basically 90% of what you're seeing. Normally there's a letter up there, well, at least in the Mega Man 5 version of the stage, but there doesn't seem to be a critter you have to collect letters for, which is good. Reconnection successful. What are you even doing, OBS? What is your problem? There is nothing else using the internet in this home. God, okay. Forgot for a second that the trick with him was to be in the air, but he moves at like 4 times the speed that he does in the original version. You know, just regular 4 for the NES. Crash weapon. You know what I ought to be doing? C1, B2, A3, A6, and E5. Reconnection successful. Buddy, you'd better stop disconnecting or I'm gonna come in there. Stupid subdividing metals. Now, there should be a letter in here, except it... Oh! Free life! You're fucking right, I'll take that. I thought those particular ones were cute, but I don't like anything that doesn't... A casual enemy that doesn't die in a single buster shot. If I'm taking the time to charge this piece of shit... That is now a piece of shit since it loses its charge every time I take a tiny ding. You're gonna reward my effort. Hell yeah, keep them coming. Now what kind of dirty tricks are gonna be pulled to sap those away from me? Wait a minute. Did that automatically... Wait, no. I didn't even use any items yet. Is there a floor down there? No? Good. That's so good to know. Keep those lives coming. I demonstrably... Reconnecting, disconnecting. Why is this happening so much? Chad, I'm once again sorry for the... Whatever gods decide that... You know what? We ain't having that. Come on, there's a secret over there in the NES version. Fine. Yep, that's good. It's okay, though. This level did just, you know, give me a couple of free lives, so losing that one isn't so bad. God, I hate not seeing the ground below me. I think the only other time Screen Crunch has been consistently worse would have been that Sonic 2 boss fight with the Botnik balls. Also, Super Mario's Lost Levels, but on Game Boy Color, that's some real shit. There's a floor somewhere. I have to hope. Oh, there's a platform. That's cool. Okay, I don't have the super arrow, so I assume that's another Rush Jet problem. Unless I get the super arrow in this game? Who knows? I think I've only really been through it once. Because honestly, in the case of this, where it is just slices of the NES game, rather just play the NES games most of the time. Your speed won't save you, apparently. Aw, come on. Not a single hit. That's what I like to see. And rushed yet? Stone weapon. No rust yet, though. Maybe I should take that down. Let's see, we'll erase my previous one. Now, C3. D6. E2 and 4. And F1. Let's make those others erase just a little bit more so I don't confuse when I inevitably need to draw upon this. All right. All right, let's hope you have rushed yet then. And then I can take another crack at Stone Man's level. Gah! Here I was just about to say, you know, this stage isn't that bad for screen crunch. Yeah, it is. They're all bad. Without previous knowledge from the games this is based on, you're at a pretty marked disadvantage. Ow! Ah, you're still here. Excellent. Wonder what my max energy tanks are. Interesting that M tanks are a thing in this game. I suppose I shouldn't be that surprised. There's so much of 5 in here. Thank goodness for those sandfalls, I guess? Marking, you know, where it's safe-ish for me to land. You bitch. What's the catch? Free life right out in the open? What are you about to do to me? Oh, these things aren't so bad. They're just kind of a minor inconvenience. Your rate of fire has been increased. It feels like I had more time to charge between his releases. Ah, so you're not a letter anymore. You're just a... What are you charging? I didn't use anything. I'll just take the damage boost. Oh, this dick. Oh, he took a bit less. And you know what? I am not going to complain. I am going to be pissed at myself for letting myself get hit by that shrapnel. I should have been able to dodge that, but whatever. Whoa! Why did I think I had spaceman gravity? I'm not in space. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah, that's cool. How many lives we got? 7? Okay, yeah, I'm not afraid of losing this one. We can take a bit to learn some pattern. Or at least see how much he's been increased in speed. Or we could just fucking die immediately. That's a way to go, too. Your blast radius is much higher than I would like. Wait. Isn't that your weakness? Sure seems to be. Alright. Alright. We still got... We gotta fucking take him out, though. Stone seems to be the ticket. Normally I can just Mega Buster him, but his blast radiuses for his explosives feel broader in this version. Well, so much for that. That is some bullshit, Mr. Napalm Man. Okay, though. We got a password. Password which I hope retains all those lives. There! Why was that such a to-do? And why wasn't stone your proper weakness? Because that didn't seem like it was doing as much damage, or at least as much as the Mega Buster was doing once I finally got going. Bomb weapon. No Rush Jet? No Rush Jet. You're fucking kidding me. There's no Rush Jet. Well, then how am I supposed to get those? There's no super arrow, there's no Rush Jet. There's certainly not enough fucking clearance to jump. Maybe you are the one who gives me Rush Jet. That's gonna be some bullshit if that's true. Oh, wait, come on! Come on. No, 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 you were supposed to do one more jump! I know those don't respawn, I'm going to skip them for now. On the odd chance that he gives Rush Jet. Then I can come back and get that proper. I mean, I'm still going to come back for it, because there is an energy tank down there, so even if I end up spending the life to fucking get it, which is a real possibility, I'll be at least somewhat prepared. Okay, now can we just not die here? That would be stupendous. No, you're not getting me this time. You're the motherfucker who got me last time. Okay, there's no pit there. That's good. Now, can we just not die to this guy? Probably not. That stun is so long. Yeah, didn't think so. I know Star Crash is his weakness, but he's so movie-aroundy. I stand to take a lot of damage, so I'd like to take as much out of him as I can with the Mega Buster. Why? Why? Why are you so awful, Bright Man? You're not doing me any favors for my extra lives here. I might even just redux from my password. Of course, you might just game over me, because you are that much of a fun guy. Fine. We'll start with your stupid fucking weakness. And then whether I win or lose, I'm probably going to reload for my password anyway, because you should not be taking this many lives from me. Well, what's this? Are you kidding me? I can't believe it. I just fucking soft locked. Bright Man, why? Why do you hate me this much? Alright, I'm gonna be back in a minute, folks. Alright, we're back, we're restarted, we're unsoft locked, I put in my old password, I'm real glad I took that down. It means we have to do Napalm Man stage again, but that is just fine. Maybe this time I won't lose as many lives. And here's where we get to find out if the password I took down actually remembered those lives that I had when I started this stage. They didn't. That is such a good feeling. Well, maybe we'll be lucky and his stage will be as bountiful with extra lives as it was the last time I was here. Like most good Mega Man 5 stages. What the fuck killed me? Seriously, what the fuck just killed me? You can bet I'm going to be checking that later on the playback. Okay, so we're not dead now? Not gonna just randomly kill me again because it's fun? Well, if I don't keep the extra lives from password to password, then I guess that super means I should take them down because I'll be able to continue at least from password points. I just passed up a free life. At least I got one. Damn, that's annoying. Damn, that is so annoying. Weapons power up, you doofus. They must be giving these lives knowing I'll fucking need it. I certainly lost, like... Whatever I didn't lose to Brightman, it was Napalm Man. Once again, that last bit of shrapnel. I do not appreciate these leaps of faith. Goddamnable screen crunch. Alright, Napalm Man, let's die again real quick. Still, I got some damage in on you. Alright, now let's do this. Try to do it correctly. didn't take nearly as many lives. Hey, Farrell, welcome back. Oh, no. You know exactly what I've stumbled into. I'm actually just coming back from a soft lock that happened against Brightman. I was paralyzed in a damaged state, and I wouldn't undamage, and he just kept moving forever. Good thing I took... Oh, speaking of which, I should be writing that down. Rid of my other one. Okay, that is A5, C1, 3, and 4, and D3. There. US Gold's a bot. OBS, I'm going to send Tron in there sometime today, and he is going to sort you out. He's going to sort you out good. I'm certainly not a fan of their decision to make it so you have to manually input your password every time you want to continue instead of just continuing like a normal person. I hate this secret. I hate it so much. Where is my rush jet, for honest to God? Yeah, now see, it's supposed to come back this way, but thank you, Screen Crunch, it won't. Oh, God. Rush, come on, man. We're both in this. That's cool. That's cool. That is as well designed as that puzzle. Which honestly isn't that bad in the original. Mostly because the platforms behave properly, there's no screen crunch, you have the option of rush jet at some point. If none of those options work for you, you know, there's ways to go about it. Here, I don't even know why it's there. Apart from to give you an energy tank and to show you the futility of lives. Oh, shit! Oh, I thought that was gonna knock me off. That would have just been so bad. Is that a pit? Is that a pit? Okay, good. Yay! Now it's time to lose a ton of lives. Well, I gotta say, that went better than soft locking. That went a lot better. Why does your weapon get the same chime that plays during the musical intermission in Dr. Cossack's castle? That's just two very, very different things. Like, I'm pretty sure Dr. Cossack is in this game, and that's fine, but so, you use that cue where it ought to go. Okay, that is A4, B4, and 5, C1, F6. All right. See, the tune that was just playing is what should go here. And what the fuck? Why am I asking questions anymore? Why? Wait a minute. That's not your music. No, no. No, that's not your music. This is Gravity Man's music. Why are you stealing Gravity Man's music, Wave Man? Who fact-checked this shit? I mean, cool. Free life doesn't make up for my questions, though. God, how many do I have? 4? That's not so bad. Right, I'm supposed to take them all the way up. Right, the fucking screen crunch! I can't even see the bubbles I'm supposed to go to. Gravity waves, man. Oh boy. Boy, oh howdy. Mega. I'd rather be doing Gravity Man's level. Actually, you know what? That might be a curse on a game with this much screen crunch. I didn't think before I said that. But yeah. Maybe that level would be awful if they tried to put that here. Not a big fan of this part. I wonder if they'll have an extra life hanging in the way of where the letter is. Like they did on Stone Man's level. Or if it'll just be nothing, like it was in Starman's level. Possibilities are endless. Interesting how you don't darken the screen in this version. Could your hitbox be any smaller? Jeez! Yeah, and here's where we eat it. Oh, that was really badly needed. I don't believe it to be Star Crash, so let's try Bomb. Only one projectile on the screen at once. Fantastic limit. Oh, that is super not his weakness. How about Power Stone? Nope, that is jack shit. Okay, you apparently don't have a weakness. You're not ready to give it to me. There we go. Thought we were going to lose out that time. That's dumb that none of my Robot Master's weakness was actually his weakness. I literally had no one else to go to. You get Wave Weapon. But I noticed no Rush Jet. That would have been too useful. This is boss music. It shouldn't be castle stage music. Toadman, eh? You know who you would have been handy to have earlier in the game? Against fucking Brightman? Why? Why would you... God damn it. The longer I think about it, the angrier I get. Who makes these decisions? It was Charge Kick, which they conveniently don't give you. Yeah, I noticed that. But usually in the Game Boy games, they, you know, adjust that, like make something else his weakness. Didn't seem to be the case here. You want to talk about inconvenience? Putting this guy in the friggin' Doctor Castles when Brightman is right fucking there? In the initial stage select? That's some shit. Gotta love it. Keep it coming. I see you, fake Metroid. Okay, good. He's noticeably weaker, but I was about to say, how do you expect me to deal with that kind of explosive launch on this kind of screen crunch? I literally cannot see the thing coming at me. That's a... I guess that's a concession. Another bit of inconvenience I've noticed and definitely haven't been a fan of. There's a couple of E-tanks, like that Brightman one, or that one in Stone Man stage, where, since you don't get the super arrow, it would have been nice to get the Rush Jet. But nope, that is too convenient. Too convenient. Why do I even have M-tanks listed if there aren't any in any stages? You're easier to keep under control in the NES version. Of course, you also don't leap that fast. Okay, so the trick is you jump around and then you dance, instead of being able to stay stationary, but you have basically the same lock. Okay, that's not so bad. Just a tiny bit different, and I can still induce lock with uncharged shots. That seems almost OP. Wow. All right. Okay. That definitely makes sense. You know, using the castle from... I'm pretty sure that's the Wily Castle from Mega Man 4, but here we are in what appears to be Quickman stage from Mega Man 2. Whoa. That's not how that goes. Why did I hang up on that platform? Whatever. I was given the free life, and I burned it away. Wasted it like a fool. And we just got it back. Yay! 2 whole M-tanks! Or E-tanks. Not M-tanks, I was just complaining about there being none earlier. Hello? Oh, is there only one dude now? Is that how that works? I have a feeling this is not going to be pleasant. Glad you beat Dr. Cossack's castle and took down Dr. Cossack himself. Oh, wait. Yeah, isn't that funny? There was no, like, actual conclusion or resolution there. It was like, here's his castle. You're gonna fight him. It's Toadman! Wait, what? Wait, the tips don't kill you? Damn. Also, those are way faster. Fuck, I don't remember. I'm supposed to go left or right there. I have to presume left. God, this is where all my stages are. Do you work? Nope. Whew! That was some shit. But still, not bad. Getting away with 6 lives. Now, where's the mechanism? Okay, none. We're just gonna go to Quick Man without incidents? I don't trust that. Wait, what? What is happening? I don't remember this part at all, but like I said, I've only been through this version like once, maybe. After that, I was like, you know what? I think I'll just stick to the other games. No boss refight? Why is Dr. Wily's chin so fat? Feral living it up. They forgot to program the boss fight. Demonstrably true. I'm impressed there's, like, no other, like, Wily machine before that. Or, like, this can't be it. Well, you know what? What if it is? Seems they forgot to program a weakness for him, too. You want more of this game? You know what? You're right. I really don't. I'm starting to think for all the frills that the Game Gear offered, the Game Boy crew had the... Oh, wait a minute. That's not even the right castle exploding. Mission perfect! No, it's not! That wasn't even close to perfect! We blew up the wrong castle! What are we celebrating for? Oh my god! Oh, wow. You know, I dunked on Game Boy's Mega Man 2 pretty hard for being different and strange, but this might be differenter and stranger in worse ways. Are the DOS games next? No, I haven't figured out a way to get them running, and God, even if I do, I just don't know. But we'll have to see if I can just get them running first. Baby steps. As is, what it means is I'm done with the handheld Mega Mans for right now. Great, you just started World War III. Yeah, I know, right? But the plan now is that I've cleared out all the classic handheld entries is to, once we get back on the Mega Man train, we'll be picking up with 7 and getting back to the mainline series. We didn't have a Dr. Wily bowing. We didn't have a Dr. Wily machine. He's not even jumping as he's freaking out. I don't think I saw a single Japanese game that whole credits. See, that's not even credits music. That's Dr. Cossack Stage 2. My God. The hell is wrong with you people? You know, I think the funny thing is, if I would have got this when I was a kid, I'd have found a way to like it, but, you know, this doesn't have anything on the Game Boy games. I mean, first and foremostly, there was the screen crunch, which was my enemy the whole damn time. Have you played 7 before? Yes, I've beaten the entire mainline series. 7 is just a game I don't play very much. I didn't have the same kind of appreciation for it that I do for the other games, because, like, its biggest faults weren't even really its fault, really. Like, the fact is, at that time, I was kind of like at the peak, been there, done that, feeling about classic Mega Man, particularly after 5 and 6, even though those were tight games. They were, you know, been there, done that, and for a young gamer, that could be the end of a series. But the real thing was, once Mega Man 7 was out, Mega Man X had already been out, so in many ways, Mega Man 7 felt like a step back, even though it was a step forward for the classic series. I was too wrapped up in all the advancements X made. So normally, if I think about playing a 16-bit Mega Man, it's X, or it's X. Unless maybe I've had a few, then maybe it's Mega Man Soccer. We all need a good laugh every now and again. Wow, that's really it. That is in-fucking-credible. Oh. Wow. I am, you know what? X is king. Brad knows what's up. But like I said, that's not really That's not 7's fault, and I feel I've been doing 7 dirty with that kind of point of view. 7 is the prettiest in the series graphically IMO. I don't know about that. I mean, you could make the argument for 8, but honestly, 11 has my favorite non-8-bit aesthetic for the classic series. That art style is just aces, and it looks so good. What am I doing picking up my controller? I'm not playing this again. 8 made a lot of advancements visually, but it's just one of those things where 8 and I don't vibe. Yuck. They definitely freestyled this Mega Man game. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that studio that, you know, this was their only game, and it's... If this is what they put out, it might be a little easy to see why. Being the most beautiful. Yeah. I give that to 10 being the most beautiful. That, well... 10 is really tight for, you know, its aesthetic. I'm not sure what I think my favorite 8-bit aesthetic is. It might be 4. But, you know, that might change once we get to 9 or 10. 9 and 10 just feel like breaths of fresh air after 8, which is, well, we'll get to 8, and I'll finish dunking on it when it gets there. I just mean appealing by prettiest, which is super that's exactly could have something to do with the fact that I don't care for 8 very much, and that's coloring my opinion just a tiny bit. Much as we all love Dr. Wily, it's hard to overlook the rest of that game. Like that godless sled that jump, slide. That's... Losing lives to that is like friggin' Sideshow Bob running into the rakes. Awful time. Anyway, folks, I think I'm gonna take a quick lunch just a little bit earlier than normal, and then we will be back with not more Mega Man. I haven't decided what yet, but it will be different. Stay tuned, folks.